Guys, welcome again to Shawn Linton YouTube. I just want to say, um, supporting Jamaica, supporting Jamaicans in the UK. I would just like to let you know that for my experience of work, because I guess you're gonna want to know my experience. I can give you my experience firstly about being born in the church. From a child. From ever since I can remember myself, I was born in church. I used to preach from 3, 4, 5, 6. I was 12 when I became the president for my church library. I was always directing, knowing, talking. I was just that sort of person that in my personal life, I was, well, I didn't have a personal life, but I mean, at home, I was very quiet and reserved. But they always knew that I was called to do great, and they always used me like that. I didn't understand, but I just felt that fiber, and I just loved. I guess for me, what I recognize, I just loved people. I do love people, and I always encourage and help people from a very young age. This is something that is not new. I usually steal my grandparents and parents' stuff to give to the people who are less fortunate. I've always done that. Now, I've always worked with not only Jamaicans, but the ethnic minority, Jamaicans and the ethnic minority in this country, to help, especially people from the Caribbean, to help them and to help to put them straight. In other words, if they've got any difficulties and if they don't know what is the job center, what is the council, who is the MP, who is the councillor, who is the mayor, who is the prime minister, who is the queen, who do I write to if I've got difficulties, who do I write to if I've got this issue, whether it's a mental issue, a psychological issue, a mental psychological issue, or a sociological or environmental issue, or a housing issue. I've always given that service to a set of people, which is Jamaicans and the ethnic minority, that I've supported for many years. I've supported them for many years. I can give you references that goes back. Most of these people now are teachers, or nurses, or doctors, or the solicitors. They are business people. They're with immigrations. They're with just different people that I have helped counsel and train. In this country, a lot of them were born here. A lot of them have been, they came here from different ages, whether it was a child, teenager, adulthood, just differences. I don't only assist where people think immigrants or immigration is concerned. No, people who are born here, but they in some way in their mind, they really don't understand. And I've helped solicitors, baristas, people from different walks of life. I've counseled. Not only is it a gift that I naturally have as a very young child, but I'm also qualified I've done various qualification. I'm going to finish a PhD. I've got a BA, MA, and I'm going to finish a PhD very soon. And also after that, I'll be doing a PhD in theology. And I'm not going to stop there. Knowledge for me has always been the very act of my success, the act of my joy, just to be able to impart. Because you can't give knowledge, you can't help or effectively move a mountain if you're not knowledgeable about it. You see, education is the key. And why, when I say education is not always equivalent or equate to qualifications, because you may not have it on paper. It doesn't mean you're not qualified or you're not educated. Educated, you can be self-educated, because some people just can't pass an exam, but they are very educated. Some people can only pass exams. Our brain works in different ways. So when we say education, people put an X, X and spells that, no, don't do that, because education means, and this is why I encourage a philosophical mind, that you ask questions. If you don't understand, Don't just assume or presume or just come to your own knowledge and conclusion. Ask questions and make sure that what you're thinking here is what the person is saying and what is really on paper. Ask as very much question as long as you want. Let nobody dictate that to you. You know what I'm saying? Because knowledge is power. It's power. It's when it's like a dynamo. It's a power. Power is a dynamite. It's something that is infused in force. It moves, it filters, it goes on. You're no longer kept captive. You're no longer bound. You're no longer hostage. You're no longer held in prison or in chain, whether psychologically, mentally, sociologically, or any side. You are free. And I'm saying to you, the Jamaican and the ethnic minority in this country, I would say this probably is part one, but you can inbox or you can send, but I will keep in touch with you. And as soon as I've got my business card, more business cards. I've always got business card, but more business card and a proper with numbers. Sorry, that you can contact me. I will put it on the system that you see, because I just like you to know that there's a place to come to. There's somebody to call, and there is always a way. There's always a method. There's always a solution. There's always pathology. You can make it. You have got no excuse. Let me tell you something. If you have a dream and if you have something, let nobody tell you that you're crazy. People, listen. The reason why I encourage you to be knowledgeable, because there's a whole lot of men, hundreds of thousands of years, that they thought was crazy until we have come here to the world. Let nobody think you're crazy, baby. Let no one write you off. Only let you write you off. Let you think you are crazy. You see, when you're down and they put you 6'6" on your eyes closed, let it be only you is your domination. You is your demon, but don't give no one the power over you. Now, you don't take the power back by being aggressive and rude and insensitive and just being a fool. No, that's idiotic. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. You take the power back by you respectfully and with all knowledge, say to the person, I don't receive that. That's not me. You just say it once, you don't have to say it twice. The next you do internally, in your soul, in your internal mind, in your brain. You know who you are. You project. You direct. Let nobody undermine you, belittle you, walk over you, manipulate you. Don't get engaged in the wrong fight or the wrong battle. The system was here before you was born. Your great, it's always been here. Jesus came, saw it, and said, what's your Caesar, give to Caesar. Just make sure before you go, you fundamentally accomplish your dreams, your aspiration, your visions. People will always labor as long as there's teeth. There's 32 teeth in a mouth and a tongue. The tongue is so long. Man use it very much, and woman use it up a lot. Let none of that distract you or put you off. But I'm telling you this, making it clear to you. Use this. Be wise. Be knowledgeable. Be conscious and sober. Read, research. Use your library. Use the universities and the colleges. Use the professors. Use the people that is set in society to set you up right and straight. I say this to you. I'm your ambassador. And your ambassador said, I'm here for you because there's hope. Peace out.